Greetings, everyone, and praised be Jesus Christ, now and forever. February the 14th is very commonly associated with a saint in the Catholic Church by the name of Saint Valentine. So we have on February the 14th, Valentine's Day, and all of the celebrations surrounding that. But there are two other saints who are associated with February the 14th, Saint Cyril and his brother, Saint Methodius. They were born and raised in a place called Thessalonica. You might remember that St. Paul wrote a couple of letters in the Bible to the Thessalonians. Well, that's where Cyril and Methodius lived. Now, Cyril, that wasn't his given name. His given name was Constantine. He took the name Cyril close to the time of his death. And because Thessalonica, the place where they grew up, was a place of a lot of traffic, people went through there all the time, they would have encountered people from Slavic places, so they got to learn a little bit about the Slavic languages. Now, St. Cyril and Methodius were both very talented people. St. Methodius rose in the levels of government. He was a government official, again, a very talented individual. St. Cyril became a scholar, and he went to Constantinople in order to teach philosophy. But eventually these two brothers decided that they wanted to dedicate their life to the gospel and to go and proclaim that message, the message of Jesus Christ, to the Slavic peoples. They went up north to where the Slavs lived, actually to the place that is now known as the Ukraine. And with all the problems happening in the Ukraine right now, we think about St. Cyril and Methodius and their efforts to bring the gospel to that area. And so not only were they able to speak to the Slavic people in their own language about the gospel of Jesus Christ, they translated a lot of things into that language so that the people could read. They actually had to develop an alphabet in order to communicate that in writing, communicate the gospel message in writing to the Slavic peoples. At one point, they came back down to Rome because they had trained a group of young men who needed to be ordained as priests. They couldn't do it themselves because neither of them were bishops. So they brought them down to Rome in order for them to be able to be ordained as priests. And while they were there, St. Cyril died. Now, I've had the opportunity of visiting the tomb of St. Cyril in Rome. He's buried in the Church of San Clemente in Rome, and so a few years ago I had that opportunity to go and to pray at his tomb. But St. Methodius continued on with his mission. Again, he went up to those northern areas in order to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ to the Slavic people of those areas. Now, after St. Methodius died, his followers, his disciples, went far and wide to continue to proclaim the message of Jesus Christ to all of these different peoples, so that the gospel was widely proclaimed and widely believed among the Slavic peoples. So we recognize in St. Cyril and Methodius a great deal of love for God, a great deal of courage, overcoming all of the obstacles that they had to overcome in their own lives in order to perform this mission of generosity to the Slavic peoples. But we also recognize them as the apostles to the Slavs. And so we thank God for the gift of St. Cyril and his brother St. Methodius and the good work that they did in proclaiming the gospel message among the Slavic peoples. God bless you.